Thank you for joining us live on ECCMID TV in the midst of Congress right now. And of course, a distinguished VIP always gets to go live. None other than Professor Gunnar Kahlmeter with us in the studio, an ESCCMID past president and of course communications officer as well. Nice to have you with us, sir.
Thank you very much.
And
nice
I see
to
that
be here.
many people commenting that you're wearing a tie today.
Yes, normally I only wear a tie if I want big money. So
you're looking
they're
for some
very
somewhere.
surprised. I hope so.
Tell me about ESCCMID, if you will, in terms of what the organization is behind this magnificent Congress, sir.
ESCCMID is really the product of two specialties coming together, which is very rare and absolutely unique, I would say, clinical microbiology and infectious diseases.
Yes.
And we have learned over the years not only to cohabit, but to thrive on each other's specific knowledges, and to make that into 1 + 1 is not 2, it's actually not 3, it's probably 4 or 5.
Maybe even a 9, as far as many people have said, sir.
Yes.
And of course, the organization based in Europe, but now putting on events, congresses every year that attract people from way beyond the borders of Europe.
That certainly has happened. You know, we have people from all over the world now, and we're proud of having people from all over the world. In fact, the US contingent is now, I think, number 3. We have people from everywhere.
Which is quite remarkable, and I think 108 countries are represented at this year's ECCMID Congress. In terms of the Congress itself, I mean, people are telling me in this studio that it's growing and growing and growing, the technological advances, the networking, the quality of information. You've pulled off something magnificent with your committee, sir.
Yes, and we're not quite sure how we did it, to be quite honest. I think it's a mixture of hard work. We started at the right time. We accelerated at the right time. My personal view is that the great success of ECCMID is the networking. The science is fantastic. The sessions are fantastic. The number of different sessions, fantastic. But I think a lot of people come here because there is so much networking opportunities.
The peer-to-peer
study
grouping,
groups, scientific events.
It's remarkable.
Plan studies, they do everything here.
And even the unscheduled meetings where people are bumping into each other in the corridor.
Yeah, very important.
Bringing the world together. Did it exceed your wildest expectations this year?
Certainly did. This year we were hoping for maybe 9,000, 9,200, and we're well above 10,000. So this certainly exceeded our wildest expectations.
Remarkable. And the technological innovations that you've also helped to bring in this year. This TV channel, for example, in its own regard. The social media implications. As well as all the e-posters and things that have evolved and grown.
Pipeline corner, there are lots of things that
the pipeline corner has just been spectacular. I think what a magnificent opportunity.
Yeah, we're planning more innovations for next year. So
as we roll towards Istanbul, any things you can give us a bit of inside knowledge on?
I think as soon as this event is over, people will start preparing for and longing for the next one.
And starting to book for it as immediately as the bookings open, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The team that goes into this Congress is massive. I mean, it's 10,000 delegates, countless papers. I mean, all the stuff that's going on under 4,500 square meters is the most remarkable thing. What's the secret of bringing the team together on this? It's been flawless.
Confidence between people, trust, enthusiasm, a common goal, the fact that everyone knows exactly where we're going and what we want to achieve.
And listening to you say that, it's almost a case of you could mirror that sentiment exactly with what the delegates believe it is, let alone the team that's been backstage and bringing it all together.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter whether it's the professional team that we have in Basel, who are hired people who work for ESCCMID, or the voluntary team, which is a huge team of people who are dedicated to the science, to curing patients, to the whole thing. All of them pitch together and makes this possible.
I don't think I've heard a bad word from any delegate or indeed any guest in the studio in the time that I've been here.
Poster numbering is not totally understandable.
Okay.
The
only other realm of confusion I have is, where do I go next? I think people are just trying to plan it, but that app on the phone, the smartphone application.
How do I take it all in?
Yes. How do you give advice to a first-time delegate here? Somebody who's considering coming to Istanbul, for example.
Yes, that's an easy one. First of all, don't get frustrated if you can't take all of it in.
Yes.
Enjoy the atmosphere, the people, meet people. Secondly, for your science, choose one track. So, if you like bowel diseases, find all the sessions with bowel diseases and go for that. And don't think twice about the fact that you missed some of the other sessions. So go for the jugular, enjoy the meeting, the networking, and sign up with the study groups, because that gives you, as a young clinical microbiologist or infectious disease clinician, that gives you a road in to the networking, to colleagues across country borders, etc., etc.
The study groups themselves, I mean, how many are there now at this point in time? Over 2 dozen?
Oh yes, around 30.
Which is quite remarkable. And the subject matter of them is incredibly diverse.
Very diverse. From today, we started a new study group called clinical veterinary microbiology, to sepsis, to you name it, Clostridium difficile. You had Ed Kuipers here yesterday.
Indeed we did.
And he talked about Clostridium difficile.
Indeed he did.
So there is a study group for you, and there are 29 others.
So whatever your passion or your poison, as the case may be, you're certainly going to find it here.
Group, yeah.
Have you had any sleep?
I'm trying to think. A little.
A little, sir. Yeah. And you're looking very good on it.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. So we're just going to invite people to join us next year in Istanbul now.
I think so.
As they wrap up and enjoy the balance of the Congress here in Copenhagen as well.
I have been to Istanbul several times, and it's a wonderful city. So yes, absolutely, come to Istanbul.
It's going to be magnificent. Yep. Thank you for your time, sir. It's been a real pleasure having you on ECCMID television.
Thank you for having me.
A real pleasure. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.